Hi, I'm Steve Proto here at the AAAIC in Scottsdale, Arizona, with the Executive Director of the IAAA, Anthony Monopoli. We are discussing the right of appraisal clause. Tony, one of the most frequent questions I get from vehicle owners is that I was offered an inaccurate valuation for my totaled vehicle. Is there a course of action for vehicle owners who are not getting an accurate vehicle appraisal from their insurance company?
Regulators have provided a process called the right of appraisal. That gives the insured the right to get their own appraiser, as the insurance company has the right to get an appraiser for them. And the two appraisers then should get together and try to resolve their differences.
So unpacking that, one appraiser and the other appraiser come to an impasse, the umpire, when does that come about?
If that does happen and they do come to an impasse, they can both choose a qualified umpire. We suggest that you use one that at a minimum, follows standards as the same as the IAA provides to get a reasonable result.
So does this happen frequently, the umpire situation, the scenario?
Isn't as frequent as getting it resolved between the two appraisers. But in the event that that doesn't work, it's the next best way to go. It avoids, long-term litigation, which is very costly. And it is a good system and good process that was put together by these regulators.
So just to recap, if an insured is unhappy or they believe their value for their total vehicle is inaccurate, they can hire their own independent appraiser. The insurance company will then hire an independent appraiser, and they will both negotiate a settlement if the settlement comes to an impasse, and the umpire would make a decision.
The decision, it's called arbitration. The umpire will listen to the evidence presented by both sides, which would be the appraisal and everything that goes along with that appraisal, and make a decision as to what the value should be. They make an award decision and present it to both appraisers, and if it's signed by two of the three parties, it becomes binding arbitration.
Potential vehicle owners will say, I need to go to umpire. But the reality is that's not the process. The process is you need to hire an appraiser first. The insurance company needs to hire an appraiser, and then there's a negotiation before it even gets to that situation.
Hopefully it gets resolved at that point, but in the event that it doesn't, it should go to an umpire to come up with a fair amount for your damaged vehicle.
Hiring a qualified appraiser as well, initially, is probably very important to a client who feels that their appraisal is inaccurate that was given to them by the insurance carrier.
You'd want somebody that is qualified under government regulations, under IAA standards, really an expert in the field, so he understands not only the process, but the possible outcomes.
Well, thank you, Tony Monopoli, here at Scottsdale, Arizona. Really appreciate your input on that.